senior in Sammy. And well, first of all, thank you guys for coming. And yeah, so I went to Catalina this fall, and then I also went to the retreat that was hosted in the spring. And genuinely, both of these changed my life. So to kind of give you guys an explanation, I'm gonna go to like my background first, and so you'll see like how much I guess this changed me. So it's brought up going to church every week, like Sunday school, but it was just because like I was made to. Like really the only emotion I associated with the church, which is boredom, so I couldn't bring my DS. But I grew definitely to resent the church as I grew into like teenage years, and I definitely didn't believe in God like at all. I was very, very strongly agnostic, and honestly pretty against the church. My parents made me get confirmed at 13, and the day before I got confirmed, I told my pastor, by the way, like I don't believe in any of this. And he was like, yeah, that's okay, we'll be here for when you do. And I actually have since reconnected with him, which has been pretty awesome. But yeah, and that's like where I was. And things pretty much in terms of my faith stayed the same. High school, get into USC, and then obviously you come here, join a fraternity, sorority, etc. I was doing too much of, a lot of things, and just living in a way that was just not productive and not sustainable at all. And I was able to like maintain this like image of like doing all right, but internally I was doing like really, really poorly, and it was just getting worse. So at one point I kind of had a moment, like curtains being opened, where I was like, I just need to like drastically change like how I'm living my life. And so through that moment, I decided I wanted to try and turn my life over to God, but at that point I was still agnostic. I didn't actually believe in God, but I would like sit myself down, make myself pray, and I was trying to like convince myself almost that it's real. And that went on for probably about like 8 months until the retreat in the spring. Genuinely, I left that weekend I came into that weekend not believing in God, and I left believing in God. Like I don't think I've ever had that crazy of a 2 days in terms of like personal development and etc. And also just in terms of like the relationships I made there. I mean, it was incredible. But yeah, I mean, the curriculum there is like designed for people our age who have like similar experiences for us. Like it's Greek IV, it's for people in fraternities, sororities, etc. And it's very much so meant for that. So one, it's a community of people who understand what you're going through. Two, the actual like curriculum at these like retreats is built for people who are in your situation. So incredible experience. And then obviously it was in the mountains, get to connect with nature, which is incredible as well. And then, so obviously having an experience like that last semester, no brainer to go to Catalina. Like I was 100% on board, and going into it, it's kind of like all over the place. Connection with God wasn't where I wanted to be. Thinking too much about school, like just too much going on in my head. So I was like, this will be great, no service for 2 days, kind of reset, have a moment to connect with God. And yeah, I definitely got that. The second day, we had a moment of solitude in the morning, which is like 3 hours where you're supposed to just be quiet, think, connect with God, etc., do whatever you feel like you need to. So yeah, I just went up into the mountains, sat down with a pen and a notebook, and had a beautiful experience, just watching like the cove and thinking, etc. And so it was great. So I was feeling really good that day. And then next part of the day starts, we're doing the activities. And I think I was like walking down to the water by Ken and I think and by Lexi, and people were talking about the baptisms. And I'm pretty sure that's something that everyone else signed up for like in advance. But I felt God calling me, and I was like, can I get baptized? I was not expecting this before. Like 30 minutes before, I would have zero like clue that I was going to do this, but it just felt right. And so I went through with it. And thankfully, I mean, it was amazing. Ken did baptize me in the ocean, and I was assisted by my former pledge master. So kind of full circle for both of us. But yeah, I just really wanted to like do it as a show of me, like myself turning my life over to God and making that choice by myself. So I'm glad I did it. Also, like as a baby, I threw up on my pastor when I was getting baptized. So it was a nice redo. But yeah, I mean, it was an incredible weekend. I mean, I was not expecting God to tell me to get baptized this weekend, but I'm so glad I did. The rest of the weekend, I was just living in serenity, and it was incredible. So I really cannot recommend this program enough. I had such an incredible experience, and I hope I can pass that on to some of you guys. So thank you all.